What's up, guys? GenesisNexus here. So the second anniversary live stream for Wuthering Waves happened today, and let's just talk about it. And yeah, I'm just gonna say this at the start to get it out of the way, but the actual patch content for 3.3 looks pretty good, at least an 8 or 9 out of 10, depending on who you ask. I just want to say, if you're looking forward to this patch / anniversary, don't let what I'm about to say or anyone else has to say ruin it for you. Please do enjoy it. That's the reason why this community is good and we can keep enjoying this game. I just have a couple of things I want to say about the patch content regarding the bike features, accessories, and skins, but I can address those afterwards. Most of my concerns and thoughts are about the anniversary side of the live stream. And I'm just going to get this off the top of my head right now. I'm glad that Depths of the Elusive Realm is coming back, but I'm sad that it's a limited time event. I really think it should be a permanent edition. Hopefully enough people who were here during the 1.4 era, or even new players, enough of us can enjoy it to play it and like it so that kurogames can see that and add it as a permanent game mode in the future. Also, the new combat event that they added alongside with like specific modifiers that you can choose, that also looks interesting alongside Depths. And also the sad thing is there's still no 4 stars, so I'm practically giving up on that thought at this point. I'll still give them in feedback and suggestion videos in the future. I'll still try to give some ideas for 4 stars, but I'm giving up on it for the most part. Now, if you do want to go watch the anniversary and you don't want to the anniversary side of the live stream, it is in the live stream. It starts at 52:10 and then lasts till about like an hour and 10 and 20 seconds. So if you want to go check it out for yourself, those are the timestamps in the official Woo-Wah live stream. I'll put it out in the description box down below. But once again, I'm going to say it, the patch itself is decent, but the anniversary part is like if you're giving it a grade, it's like a C in comparison to last year's like D rating. It's mainly the thought that I had was, it's imagine if you're treating your own birthday as if it's a regular day. I know a lot of us are working people, we have jobs, like I'm a software engineer, so like sometimes my birthday gets past me and I'll notice some people being like, oh, they're being extra nice today, or they're giving me something, and I'll just completely forget my birthday was here. And then maybe the next day someone will say happy belated, and then I'll remember and be like, oh, that's why. And that's kind of what this anniversary feels like. It doesn't feel like an actual big celebration, but just like a regular patch with a few added bonuses. And I'm going to also say this, I don't think it's particularly greedy for players to have expected more flair for the anniversary, especially since kurogames did promise, hey, last year they promised, hey, yeah, we're gonna do better, the anniversary will be better next year. Now, I'm not talking about any expectations, I'm not talking about any of that. Just based on their own word, they were expecting it to do better. We expected it, hey, there's gonna be more to next year, and next year is here and there's not much more for the anniversary side. It's not like it would have harmed Woo-Wah in any way if there were more things given out. I would like to keep my expectations on that relatively small and basic in comparison to other gachas, but that's just what I wanted to say here. But let's quickly talk really quick about the patch side of the live stream. Earlier, I mentioned I had some things to say about the bike, its features, character accessories, and skins. First off, I think the bike skins are way too expensive. That's what, $25 per bike skin? And it kind of seems like they're selling ad space inside of Wuthering Waves. Pragmata, one of the collab skins, the game literally just came out today. Today is April 17th, 2026. So Pragmata literally just came out today and it already has like a collab skin. It kind of seems like they're promoting other things in the game instead of it being like, hey, this big, because when I think collaborations, I think, hey, there's going to be a collaboration story, there's going to be this collaboration thing over here, or maybe even just a web event or something like that. But these are just expensive ad skins in their current iteration. And don't get twisted, some of them look great. We had when the bike first came out, we had the Sonic and the Persona 5. Those were great. They were a part of the whole 3.0 push. You could play the event at the same time and gain those skins. They weren't paid, so there's that. And another part about this was they're essentially bringing back Flight, but through the bike, which is an interesting choice. And I'm kind of wondering, will these bikes, as well as all of these paid skins, follow us into 4.0, or whenever we go to the next region of New Federation? So I'm kind of wondering, because this is a lot of skins they've been putting out for the bike, and at this rate, we're gonna have more bike skins than actual character skins, which I think is personally sad, since I play Punishing Raven, kurogames' other game, and that has way more character skins. And I've always been advocating for, and I'll always advocate for character skins, and I'm talking premium character skins, similar to how PGR has premium character skins. I would love for Wuthering Waves to invest in that type of thing here, because we can always take character skins with us to new regions or old regions. You can't get rid of them. So it's because we never know if the bike itself as a feature will stay with us. So that's just a thought I wanted to put out there, because WuWa seems that it had the opportunity to invest in good character skins, and they don't seem to have taken it. The Mornier skin, I will say, it looks cute. It's decent. It's like if I was to put it on a grading scale, it's a C. C for cute, funny enough, in comparison to like the Changli, Carlotta, and Zani skin, which before I even wrote this down, I wiped the Zani skin from my memory. But those skins are like D and below. Personally, I put Zani skin at an F, but that's just me. But in comparison to the Jinsei premium skin, it's still lacking. The Jinsei skin is like a certifiable A. And the sad thing is that if anyone looks at the live stream and their Twitter regarding this anniversary patch, they show so many better character skins that would work as premium skins that would be actually worth the current price. Now, I'm going to take a minute to pause right here, and I'm going to bring up my screen right now. And all right, so we're on my screen right now, and I'm just going to quickly bring up the anniversary skins and stuff that I was talking about. The ones they showed during the live stream, as well as on their official Twitter. So is this one of them? Oh no, this is just their Twitter showing off the things, but this was shown during the anniversary live stream with like the World Tour Store. I'll get to this part later, but as you can see, these skins for all the characters look amazing. I mean, look at Carthea, look at Brant looking suave, like even Chisa has a skin, and I'm loving. I look at this every time they do something like this, and I love it. And then we have more of them. I think they're doing custom collabs over in China, and we don't even see these types of stuff. And it's just like, I would love if Rover looked like this. Like, come on now. I would love if also, for anyone who plays Punishing Raven, you know that in PGR, most times when a character comes out during their debut patch or a patch afterwards, they come out with a skin. So I would love if Denia could get this patch or this skin. It would be cool. And there's other skins and stuff they have even for Hayuki. So it's just like, as I'm trying to go through this, you guys will see what I mean. Like, if you were looking for skin ideas, kurogames, just take all these skins, put it in a survey, send it out, say, hey, character skins, we're re-gauging our audience. What do you guys want? Do you guys like these? Do you not like them? Do you want them more often? Do you guys want them as premium? Please do that, because I think the audience has drastically changed, especially since 2.0. And oh my geez, these skins, especially for Hayuki, I would buy this in a heartbeat. I don't think people realize how good skins sell in games like Marvel Rivals or Warframe, or heck, even Final Fantasy 14 or anything. When you have a good skin, even Punishing Raven, when you have a good skin, it sells. Yeah, and this is the last one for the skin, which I think all these can fit in lore, in world, and there wouldn't be a problem. I just wanted to bring that up because once again, I feel like they're not taking the proper time or proper investment into skins, but they're putting them into bike skins, and bike skins are attached to a bike feature, which I don't know, which none of us know if that bike feature is going into 4.0. Because if anyone remembers when 3.0 launched and they were like, hey, no flight is in this region, they also talked about how, yeah, we may do different things for different regions, so don't get too attached. But then they're selling like these really expensive bike skins. So imagine if you're a player, because like I said, I'm a working person, I'm a software engineer, I can afford these, I have no problem. But I do like to just talk about the, what's the thing, validity of all this. I don't know if validity is a proper term, but let's say you bought every skin, every bike skin, the bike chassis and everything, and then in 4.0 they're like, yeah, we're not using the bike anymore, we're making something new, you have a car now, and none of those skins apply to the car. I think a lot of people would feel pretty pissed about that. That's like a problem, like a giant boulder waiting at the door for kurogames in the future. So I just want to know, maybe they can give clarification on it, but I just wanted to bring that up. Now, they also showed in the live stream character exclusive accessories, which I dislike because it kind of further segments accessories and personal design, custom designs for players. Because as you know, like, I think, what is it? The rover has like a crown if you log in during your birthday. So it's like, it's nice and all. And I think during the last spending event, which was like a patch or two ago, which I'll talk about later on, they had a crystal or ice crown too. And I would love if I can use that on multiple characters, different resonators, but having exclusive ones for characters, I don't like. I don't like that whatsoever. I think they should just be, hey, here's a bundle of accessories that every character you can play as, you can put it on. Because it would be cool if Amieth or Yinlin or Jian or Hayuki could have the crown over their head, especially the ice crown. It would be cool for Hayuki. Another thing I had for the patch side of it was that there was no stat selector added to the battle pass, because last anniversary they added the modifiers for the main stat to the battle pass. I thought they would have at least added at least 2 or 3 to the battle pass, but nothing on that. And that's it. That's practically it for the patch side of it. Like I said, patches pretty decent, looks to be good. I'm gonna enjoy it and the story. As for the anniversary side of the live stream though, I went in with low expectations. If anyone's watched my previous video, I'll show a picture of it on screen right now. I just went in with like a couple of thoughts from my video, a couple of general expectations, just hoping it would be better than last year. But like I said, the patch side was good, anniversary side slightly better. Now, I'm gonna get it off my head. I don't really care for the Cube event. Hopefully they fixed the QB Derby. Hopefully they fixed the timing issues that they had from last year. And I really did wish that they brought back the Sonano Spear from the Where Stars Cascade Down event that recently happened. I actually have a video on that, which I'll show on screen right now. So if you want to go check that out afterwards, please do give your own feedback on that and the ideas in that video in the comment section. But outside of that, I have a couple of feedback ideas and suggestions from my latest video on the second anniversary that I was hoping that they did, but I can see now that they didn't think of any of the solutions that I had in that video. There was no teaser of a new collab. There was no information on the Cyberpunk collab that they talked about last year. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's getting closer and closer to that point where we did get the news of the Cyberpunk collab, but they're not even acknowledging its existence. And I was hoping for some acknowledgement that deal was still ongoing, because you never know. in a game or a company. Maybe something fell through on both sides. Maybe they were trying to get more characters or not, and it just fell through. I was just hoping for some acknowledgement of its existence. I mentioned it earlier when I showed off the skins. The World Tour, I think, is a joke, because I think everyone can agree most of the locations in that so-called World Tour are in East Asia, and then there's one in America, in one of the worst places that I personally don't like going to, LA, Los Angeles. There wasn't even an option for New York or DC. There wasn't even an option for Europe. So I'm just like, hey, kurogames, did you forget that you have fans elsewhere? Not everyone wants to travel to Los Angeles. Not everyone else has the money to travel to Asia or Japan or anywhere in the East Asia area. So I'm confused on why they didn't expand more and why they even named it World Tour. Another thing I was seeing online after the live stream happened and concluded, I saw a lot of people talking about how people from last year were criticizing the rerun banners, but I don't think that the real criticism last year, or at least in my head, I don't think it was that, hey, yeah, Kuro is greedy because they're having all these banners. I think if you're a responsible person, you knew, hey, yeah, you only pull on what you need for your account. The problem I had with the rerun banners from last year was there was not enough pulls to guarantee. There was so little pulls to even guarantee a character and their weapon, and I think that's where it really kind of like hit some people and a lot of people. I feel like if there was, because if I remember correctly, there was what, 20 or so pulls when first announced, and then there was the 10 additional pulls that came after the patch that it was kind of sitting on your event screen and you couldn't touch it till afterwards, after a certain amount of days. And then there was like the 10 additional pulls after there was massive backlash. So there's that. So they in terms of pulls, they've done slightly better, but I was kind of sad that they did get rid of the rerun banners. Now, here's a suggestion that I had, and before I even get into session, it didn't really help that last year a lot of people were comparing Wuthering Waves' anniversary with Goddess of Victory Nikke. It was just kind of a weird timing that both happened roughly around the same time. Even though Nikke I played Nikke, it has a vastly different gacha system than Wuwa. Once again, they didn't give nearly enough pulls to guarantee a character. They took away the rerun banners instead of properly improving on them, either by giving more pulls or giving a selector. I think a good suggestion, hopefully kurogames, if you watch this video ever, or someone pushes it to you guys, someone bigger than me, make an emergency post, bring back the banner, but have it in a way that it's similar to your standard banner and or Girls Frontline 2 standard banner. And I'll show it on screen right now. So let me just bring back up Wuwa. And as you can see here, I'm going to go to the convene. And what I mean by bring it back, as you can see, the standard weapon convene has this selector. I think instead of having like 12 different banners or 18 different banners, it should just be one banner. And it's a banner that has all the characters up until what, 3.2 or 3.x, whatever you want to end it at. And you can choose one character. Like, I choose this weapon. And instead of it being like the 50-50 for characters, your first 5-star pull is guaranteed. It'll say it in like big red letters, first character is guaranteed, and then afterwards it'll go back to 50-50. This way you don't have to have like 12 banners. You could have one simple banner, have, as it says event, just make it say anniversary across this little box, and make it last for the entire patch, not one half this one half the other one like they did last year. Just make it last through the entirety of 3.3, and that's just an idea I had. And I wanted to hopefully tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Would that be a good idea? Would it not? But yeah, I'm gonna keep a slight hope that they'll last minute add in that anniversary banner similar to what I described. And I don't think anyone would be able to complain about it at that point, but I could be wrong in that aspect. I do think, however, that this anniversary will make me rethink future investment in characters if they're just going to be tossed aside like this. And I'll get into what I mean by that a little bit later, because I was hoping for kurogames to do anything similar to Punishing Gray Raven's leap system, which I've been asking for since, what, 2.0. Even ZZZ, which came out around the same time, has their own potential system. Honkai Star Rail has their Nova Flare system. And I understand it's a difficult thing to balance, but I think the one great thing that people loved about Wuthering Waves from 1.0 to 2.0 when the anniversary happened back then was that all those characters were relatively the same damage. They were in the same vein. And I think that if WoWa ever did a leap system in WoWa, it would be great to, hey, maybe give Jeje a Glacial Shaft and give Carlotta that, so that, hey, yeah, this negative sass, I still think negative sass effects should be given to all the past characters. Give similar to how Amieth has her Toon Strain or Toon Rupture version, and then she has her Fusion Burst version. Give that to the past characters so that they can be kept in the meta. I'm not asking for tier 0 or tier 0.5 characters. It would be nice if some landed at that range, but if they were around tier 0.5, tier 1 characters, if you're looking at a tier list, I think a lot of people would enjoy that, because personally I enjoy characters like my Changli. I'll even show a picture on screen right now of my Changli. I think she's either C4 or C5 in her constellations. I still use her till this day. She's my icon in game. And I think all that potential change would help out new players, returning players, and even current players. But it seemed like kurogames doesn't want to have another system like that in this game. And I mentioned a little bit earlier that I feel like I'm rethinking my future investments because characters seem to be tossed to the side. And I'm talking about the 1.0 characters, because they seem to be abandoned at this point. And no leap system, no potential system, no buffs to bring them up to date or make them better. They're just kind of like hidden away. Like, when was the last time we saw Zhang Liao in the story? He was given away to us, what, during the 1.2 patch, I believe, during his event, and then he was never seen again. And yeah, I don't want this to be like a bash on kurogames video. I'm just hopefully speaking my mind, and hopefully other people, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, I have no longer, I don't have any future expectations for Wuthering Waves anniversary patches. It seems like, how I mentioned earlier, that kurogames basically wants them to be a birthday that you forget, and that you get like kind of like your aunt giving you like $10-20 and you're like, oh, I don't know why you're giving me this, but I'll take it. And it's kind of sad, mainly because I play Punishing Gray Raven and they handled their recent anniversary really differently. So I was just hoping for some of that to bleed over into Wuthering Waves, but it didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if they had to put out another apology post for the anniversary like they did last year, because from everywhere I'm checking, EN to global to CN, it seems to be mixed in reception to this anniversary. Now, that's maybe just what I've seen so far. Maybe people think differently. They could put it in the comment section down below, but that's just what I've saw. So it's been kind of mixed. I think everyone can agree that the patch side is great, but the anniversary side is lacking. And I'll say it once again, just to end it off. If you're looking forward to this patch or anniversary, do not let what I've just said or what anyone else has said ruin it for you. I just want to make my thoughts on the anniversary side of for 3.3. I just want to make it clear. I really wish this live stream and this patch cycle and anniversary could have been like a 8 or 9 or even 10 out of 10 on if both sides were done really well. I'm still interested in Hayuki and Deanna. I can't wait to get more of the story content. We're looking to be finally fighting Alpha 1, that the Nodian, who even beat the Exostrider. So I'm definitely looking into that. Looking forward to it. I just think that it's a disappointing anniversary, but I'll enjoy the patch content. Look forward to the future of Wuthering Waves. And I don't know if I said it earlier, but I'll say it now. I gave it an 8 out of 10 for the patch content, 3 to 4 out of 10 for the anniversary, and that's just my thoughts. That's all I have to say for now. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below, or tag me on Twitter /X at GenesisNexus. Hopefully kurogames will see this and make some improvements for the setup for the future. I'm not going to hold any expectations. Please like, comment, and subscribe for future content. It'll be very much appreciated, as my new goal is to hit 1,000 subs before the end of the year. Thank you for everyone who's subbed to me so far. I wish you all a good weekend and a good week to come. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Later.